Hey everybody, we're back for another workshop Wednesday, and this week we're going to make embossing powder with perfect pearls. So we're going to work with perfect gold, mint, green patina, and blue jubilee. So I already have some perfect gold and mint and green patina turned into embossing powders. I just have them in these little pink containers here. I found these at Michael's for like, I think it was 10 bucks for 12 or something, so they're not overly expensive and they work great for this. You could use anything. I had them in just little mini Ziploc bags until I found these, so whatever works for you. And then I have this other one that I've called Peacock Mix. So I've done a couple of these peacock feathers already, and some of your colors kind of mixed together, so we're going to be using this one because it's got the greens and the patina, the mint and the green patina kind of mixed together with a little bit of gold. So I'll show you what where we're gonna use that. Okay, so I've just got an embossing powder here from Ranger. It's a clear. It's not a super fine or a chunky or anything, just a normal one. The super fine is used in some of the pre-made embossing powders I have, and the chunky is used in some too. So all three of them work really, really great. This is the Jubilee Blue that we're going to use, so we'll just open this up, and you just scoop in some embossing powder. So we're going to use the blue on our peacock feathers today, because if you've kind of been following along, we've got a lot of blue on our canvas that we're kind of making this month with all of our stuff. So I really wanted to highlight the blue, and what I've done with some other of the peacock feathers I've done is used the color I want to highlight right on the tips, and that's worked really great. So we're gonna go with that today. So we'll just set that aside, and then we're gonna just open your Jubilee Blue, and you just scoop some in. And it's up to you again how much you want to use, how blue you want it to go. But you don't need to use a whole ton. I used quite a bit of embossing powder, so I thought I'd use quite a bit of blue and kind of balance them out. So the great thing about these little jars that I just found is that you can shake to mix them together. Before I was just mixing them in my embossing tray. But this is super handy. And there you go. It's all mixed together, ready to roll. So let's do it. This is just a peacock feather die. I can't remember the brand that it is. I got it back in November and at my annual scrapbooking retreat, and I've been loving it. So just take your Versamark or your Ranger Medium or whatever embossing powder or embossing ink you want to use. Like, you could use just a normal embossing ink for this too. So just cover your entire peacock feather, whatever it is that you're using, because you can do this with like stamped words or anything. So we're gonna pick this up, slide this in here. Okay, so we're just, this is the perfect gold that I've already mixed up before. So I'm just going to sprinkle it in. If I remember my peacock feather right, it's got that gold spot right in the middle. So we're just going to put some gold right in there. And then I've got some of the green patina mixed up already. So I'm just going to sprinkle that down kind of the center of our feather here. Right around the gold. And then I'm going to take this one that we call Peacock Mix, because it's got some of the greens and everything mixed together out of the tray from doing other ones like this. And I'm just going to kind of cover all of these other spots that kind of around the center. And then I'm going to come in with that beautiful jewelry blue that we created. And we're going to do the very tips of all of those edges. Apparently I'm hungry. I don't know if you guys heard that, but my tummy is grumbling. Must be lunchtime. Maybe that's why my kids are bugging me. Okay, so we've got everything kind of covered there. And I'm just going to give my tray a shake just to kind of get everything off. And that is how I've kind of created that peacock mix, as I'm calling it, is just when you shake it off and make sure that everything is really coated. So I've got one spot down here that's not really coated, and I got one spot up here that I'd like some more color on. Okay, so we'll just give that another little tap to get all the excess off the top. And then I'm going to pull this out and set it right. Hopefully that didn't. Pardon me. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of chuck some lids on some stuff and get it out of the way. Now these guys like to kind of dance around your page, so you might, for these particular ones, you want to hold your thing, and then I'm just gonna heat up my heat gun really quick for 1 second so that it's not, so it's gonna work better. And then we'll just kind of let it go and see how all of those colors are just like popping now. Before it was just like, oh, powder. But look at that. Look at the gorgeous color. See what I was talking about? Get back here. There we go. There is our Perfect Pearls Embossing Powder Peacock Feather. See how the blue just shines on the side there, and you can see like little bits of red and stuff in that peacock mix that we use, that I have just kind of created there over there. So it gives you that kind of really multi-tonal coloring that the peacock feathers have in real life. And it turns out just beautiful. So, and again, you can use this with anything. You can stamp an image and put whatever colored Perfect Pearl mix you want on it. It doesn't have to be a little die cut like this. Just, that's what I need for this project. So we'll see you guys next week.